guys, welcome to a brand new video here on the ChesnoidGaming YouTube channel. Again, to let you know that there is a new My Player save over on Facebook. I'm going to have the first full episode here on the YouTube channel as well, so I'll keep this intro as short as I possibly can. You can see from the latest thumbnail, we're actually a few episodes in over on Facebook, so there is a link down below in the description to the Facebook page and to the first video if you'd like to go and watch it and go and join it, of course. Or actually, maybe I should link the second video, considering the first one is going to be here on YouTube as well. So I'll link you to episode 2 in the description down below and to the Facebook page itself. And, well, I'll leave you with this first episode. Hopefully you'll enjoy. The first series went down very well over on Facebook, so fingers crossed this one will see the same level of support, if not more so. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure you drop this video a like, subscribe to the YouTube channel so you miss out on all other career mode content. Follow Facebook for the My Player, and I'll see you in about 2 seconds with past version of me. Welcome into the first episode of a brand new My Player series and save here exclusively on the Facebook page. If you're not following, facebook.com/ChesnoidGamingYT, there's a link in the description. Do follow it, or if you're already watching on Facebook and you're on the page, click that follow button and you'll never miss an episode. This will come to you every weekday at 2 PM moving forward, and we are in this save a winger. We've had a full career as a central midfielder, which was to indifferent levels of success. We are hoping this time around, starting at Ipswich Town, to have a much more prolific, a much more trophy-filled career, starting as a youngster. In the last save, we were a cam, and we started at about 24 years of age. Here at Ipswich, we are 17. We are the new blood. We've started as a left winger. My intention is to be that guy that cuts in on his stronger foot, as a right-footed man, to try and score some goals and set up players with some cutbacks or some squared balls. And fingers crossed we can have a very good career. Starting in Suffolk here at Ed Sheeran's boys. From one ginger to another, I hope I can do you proud. We are with the number 7 shirt here. Obviously, ginger hair. My guy's 6 foot tall, not 6'3" like me. So he's going to be slightly quicker than my central attacking midfielder player. Obviously, that's going to help with the opportunities out wide. And I don't necessarily have to be that tall, because aerial ability shouldn't be too much of a necessity for my overall play. But at 17 years of age, we're going to be bled into the Ipswich Town squad, obviously in League 1. I wanted to start in League 1 rather than League 2, as before we started at the top end. I wanted to start lower down, but in League 2 I'd go in and be almost the best player in the league straight off the bat, whereas in League 1 I'm going to be one of the better players at this level, but I'm going to have competition, genuine competition, in the club that I'm at. You'll notice that there are some higher rated players here at Ipswich. In fact, let me sort by overall just to reiterate that fact. So Bersant Selina is in on loan. He's a cam, but can play at left mid, so that is a genuine first team opponent for my starting position. Macaulay Bonn is in on loan from Queen's Park Rangers. He might be utilised out wide as well, because he's got a little bit of pace, so I'm waiting to see how the manager actually uses him. But we are effectively the second highest left winger at the club, because they do prioritise Selina originally on the left hand side of their midfield. We're still one of the better players at the club, but you start at 68 rated, there's nothing you can do about that. I have some skill points available to me, but as was the case at the beginning of the last save, I'm only going to allow myself to use those skill points if I perform in game. So I haven't actually allocated any skill points at all at the beginning of the save thus far. I want to earn the right to improve. So I am as default can get. So we better jump into our first game, really, hadn't we? Let me know in the comment section, how far do you think we can take Ipswich before we end up moving on? Can we help them challenge for promotion out of League 1 back to the Championship this year? That would be the club's aim in real life, and that will have to be our aim here in this save. I'd like to think we can challenge for the playoffs, but we shall have to wait and see. Starting though with pre-season, trying to earn my way into the starting lineup. You can see my manager rating has me as a sub, but right at the very bottom of that sub category. Let's go and play some football. Let's see what Chris Wood, 17-year-old left winger Chris Wood, is all about. I'm coming on for Edwards here on the left-hand side with 10 minutes to go in a current 0-0 draw against FC Ingolstadt from Germany. Can we make an impact? Let's go and find out. My professional debut. Expectations, 3 passes in the opponent's half. Should be pretty doable, as should be successful dribbles. If we are able to do these, if you're new to a My Player Save, you get these match objectives now at the beginning of every game. And if you achieve them, you earn manager favour, basically, trying to earn your way into the starting lineup or maintain your spot in the starting lineup, or as we start here, as a sub. There's also the opportunity to boost one of those objectives, as you saw there. The one that I boosted was the dribble success one. If you're able to achieve that boosted target, you earn XP, which goes towards your player level and unlocking more skill points to improving your players overall. So at the beginning here, we are as default can get. We are as low rated as we possibly could be, and we have a full, hopefully glittering career ahead of us as a left winger in this save. It wasn't until season 6 that we found ourselves in the England picture in the previous save as a central attacking midfielder. I would love to have an impact internationally sooner than that, but we'll have to wait and see how things develop. We're initially on the back foot here against FC Ingolstadt, and it seems to be pretty heavily defensive-minded at the moment. His picked off nicely by Wolfenden, no pun intended. And Evans is breaking forward and looking for the ball through the middle to Bon, who's come left. But unfortunately, it hasn't worked for us. Had the opportunity to go right there and elected to try and come to this left-hand side, which evidently was the wrong decision. Ayensa into Schmidt. Now, I'm going to perhaps neglect my defensive abilities initially in this team. You guys will have to let me know how you want me to play. Do you want me to be that winger that tracks back and covers constantly? Or do you want me to be that guy that stays up top, lingers, goal hangs almost, or stays stuck to the sideline, always offering that route out of defence into attack? So my first touches now as a first-team footballer, or as a professional at least, whether we're first team or not. Evans looking right, but picked off, unfortunately. Sarpe will get that into Schmidt and forward into Ayensa. We nearly intercepted that, but Pick will give it back here. That's going to go out of play, so we should have the opportunity to receive the ball from this throw-in, hopefully, if I can find some space. I try to. Morsey will look for me here and find me well. We'll go back to Morsey, and I'm actually going to try and make the run through that gap. It hasn't quite worked. Obviously, we don't have a massive amount of strength at present in our pro. I am 6 foot tall, but I'm not the stockiest of guys because I need the physicality. We've won that back there. Oh, but it did hit an arm. We do have handballs turned on for everything other than penalties. Very nearly clean through and away there for a goal or an assist on debut. Unfortunately, not to happen. Not yet, at least. That's knocked down well by the Ingolstadt man. Schmidt could set up a shot here for the Germans. They're looking to win it late on in this first group stage game. Gauss round the corner to Ben Balla. Stood up well, but Burns in the way. And it looks like we should, provided we can clear this, get a 0-0 draw from this first... Get rid of it. Get a 0-0 draw from this first appearance as a player. We are not... Oh, no, there's to be a corner. There's not to be a corner. We are undefeated so far. Undefeated so far as a professional footballer. It's not the best of starts because we weren't that heavily involved. I had one real opportunity there, though, where I could have burst in behind, but unfortunately it popped up and it hit an arm, which is a real frustration, but that's the way it goes sometimes. I have dropped into the reserve category, so every time that happens, I will get myself back to the very bottom of the subcategory via the training module, which you can do down here in the bottom right. The manager will come to me and tell me that it's about hard work and I have to use the training sessions to get back into the first team picture, which is absolutely right. But I'm not going to abuse the training function at the beginning of the save because I don't want to grow stupidly fast. So we will just use it to get ourselves out of the reserves back into the subcategory as we have done there. And then we can crack on. So Regensburg next. we're going to come on in the 84th minute here for Penny, actually at left wing back. Now that's something I didn't expect. I purposefully chose a team to start at that played a left winger. But you'll notice that Selena is in that left wing spot and he's holding on to that for the time being. So at left wing back, we perhaps are going to have a Gareth Bale type career where we're going to be utilised at left wing back and then maybe push ourselves further forward throughout the course of our career. That's the plan, but clearly we're going to be used in a multitude of different areas whilst we're still trying to get ourselves some first team football. But minutes on the pitch are minutes on the pitch. We are number 7, so hopefully the manager will acknowledge the fact that we should be in the first team lineup. I will clear the ball 2 times if I can. It says make 1 successful tackle, but my tackling isn't going to be the best considering I am by default a left winger. Pretty sure my tackling stats are pretty diabolical, but we'll try and hold firm and not concede a goal. And if I can go on an overlapping run or two, then I will do so. But there's not much time left in the game until we manage to get ourselves the opportunity to grow a little bit with that managerial rating. We need to put in some decent performances, but it's all about earning the right to play. And hopefully we will earn the right to play. Intercepted by Selena and into Backinson. It's poor from them, but we're going to win this back, are we? No, Bester wins that header. Can the centre-back challenge? He can't. And now we're on the back foot. I have to try and get back here because I'm the one that's out of position as a left wing-back. I was trying to help out with the attack. Oh, and Christian Walton thankfully holds on in goal. That might have been my fault there if they'd have scored, but thankfully they didn't get in behind. But that's the nature of being a left wing-back. You are going to need to be utilised in attack and in defence. I'll look to slot man forward there, Selena, and he's found well. And he'll look for the ball over the top, and it could lead to a goal. Norwood with the header there, but James Norwood can't direct it on target. We will stay at 1-1 for now. As a wing-back, I am going to try and push forward and help out in attack, but I can't really push too far because we do have a left winger. It's not like we're playing a narrow 5-back. It is a wide 5-back, so perhaps when utilised in this position, I will have to be careful, selective with when I push forward and when I drop back into defence or stay back in defence. But Bukalfa has opened up some space for him in the middle here, and thankfully Burns intercepts. They've won it back, but we will ensure that they don't get themselves another goal. I'm going to offer Donacien the opportunity to pass to me here. I kind of had to, but I get caught on it by Faber. And can we close him down and put in a tackle? I'm not going to get the chance to yet. Saler to Faber again. It's good footwork from him. Really good footwork. And he's left my left wing-back area, so I'm going to maintain my position and try and... Oh, it's a lovely ball around the corner. It's a big save by Christian Walton. I'm unfamiliar with this position at left wing-back, and I don't really know what I'm doing there. It's going to be a learning curve. Can I get rid of this? Selena can. I'll ask for the through ball. He tried to play it to me. Oh, I tried to get there with the tackle. Shipnovsky tries to square it, and that will be another corner for our opponents. To be crossed in again towards the near post. I'd love to get a clearance in if I can. That's over me. And not far away with the header, as you saw from the camera angle. Narrowly wide of the target. We'll seemingly get a second draw, though, from this pre-season tournament. And we might actually make it out of the group stage here. Ando, I'll call for it and quickly get it inside there to a teammate. Unfortunately, it's not boosted my managerial rating enough to get me the 6.5 that the manager wanted. But at the moment, it's tough to get that with only a few minutes on the field of play. But the more we play, the more minutes we'll get, the better we'll perform, and the sooner we'll be in that starting lineup. We'll keep going. We'll have another game. Let's play the third game in the... group stage. I'll get myself back into the starting lineup again. I've got 10 skill points now, but I don't feel like I've earned any of them. I have unlocked a new perk, which I could throw on. At the minute, I have the assist streak, but the distance shooter one could really help with our cutting inside and shooting when we get the chance on the left-hand side of midfield. Grants me the finesse shot and outside of the foot shot traits and 5-star weak foot ability. Whether that's only when I'm shooting or constantly, I'm not sure. Will it show me in the squad hub? It might do. If I go to attributes, it's only when I am having the shot do I get a 5-star weak foot. I've got 3-star, 3-star, but that's fine. 3-star, 3-star is perfectly usable. We'll advance as far as the Sparta Rotterdam game. You can see everybody has drawn every game so far in the group, so it is wide open. If we can win this third and final group stage game, then we'll be through to the knockout stages for the next episode tomorrow. In fact, I may even upload another episode today, if you're lucky. A double episode here of the brand new My Player. We'll have to wait and see. But for now, let's jump to the game against Sparta Rotterdam on the right-hand side of midfield now and getting my longest spell. 11 minutes on the field on the right-hand side. Again, in a drawing scenario. My objectives, we're making 3 subs apparently all at the same time. 3 passes in the opponent's half. Should be doable. Shot conversion is going to be difficult because I don't imagine I'll get that many shooting opportunities. It's a bit of a kit clash, let's be honest. It's a bit of a kit clash. Apologies for that. It's out of my control, unfortunately. Edwards will take control here and we'll try and just keep the ball away from Sparta Rotterdam to start. That could come to me from Wolfenden. It might well do. There's... Oh, Burns was there. He is going to play me in. Unfortunately, it's not going to reach me. I wanted that from the first man. Never mind. 11 minutes to go, including stoppage. Van Cruz into... Oh, their forward man that draws the save out of the keeper. One thing we struggled with early doors in the Cam career mode was a dodgy goalkeeper. But at the minute, so far, Christian Walton appears to be pretty capable. We get played in here. I'll just knock this inside and go again out wide. And Burns could find me down the line. And we are in. Now, I'm not rapid. Pace in the early 70s. And the guy who's with me is catching me quite well. And I don't quite have the agility or balance or strength to turn the man there, unfortunately. Perhaps I should have turned outside to shield the ball from him. That's something I need to learn, playing in a wide position. We've very rarely played there in our previous iteration career at Cam. And I really need to figure out how best to play, and obviously being of lower ratings and lower dribbling and lower passing, lower physical stats, it's going to take a little while to adjust. But that was our first opportunity to break in behind, and actually we did that quite well other than the term. And I've learnt already then to be kept, there you go, like that, turn away from the man, and we should be able to maintain possession by doing it that way. Selena could move this right. He's actually going to come straight to me. I'll go back there. Forward to me again. Back again. Just maintain possession. Let's get the ball forward. Selena tucked in a little bit to try and offer my services, but it's not won well. What are our objectives? Conversion rate, 3 passes in the opponent's half. We've been in the opponent's half, but I haven't been able to find the passes. I've had 3 passes. They've just been in our half, not the opponent's half, but we have been on the back foot for the majority of these early pre-season games. But to be fair, we are probably lower rated as a team than most of the sides we played against, and I'm played in here. Now is the opportunity to maybe get a pass in the opponent's half. I'm going to have support here, and I'll call for it again, and I'll play it back to him, and I'll call for it again. Oh, come on, I'm here in support. And then we'll get that centrally. There you go. That's going to be one of my objectives done, because I've made the 3 passes in the opponent's half. And I might have to, in these early stages of this save, go a little bit above and beyond to try and get those early objectives to ensure that we're able to get our manager rating up as high as possible. I'm very close to a 6.5 as well. And if we can get rid of this, and I'll offer my support here, and again still, then maybe I'll be able to get that 6.5. I'm going to try and drive forward here in support. Pigott, I'll call for it on the left-hand side. Selena will find me well. We've turned inside nicely, and there's the support again. Selena inside to Morsey, and Joe Pigott. He's got the option out left, but he elects not to use it. Is he fouled? The referee says no and blows his final whistle. Much more heavily involved in that game. Certainly showing some signs of growing into this position, growing into this squad, and figuring out how to play in this team. Ingolstadt beat Regensburg, so I think that sees us out of the pre-season tournament, or are we slightly... Yeah, we are out. We didn't quite sneak through. The side we drew with, Sparta Rotterdam, must have been just above us, perhaps on goals scored. Was, in fact, on goals scored. We had 1, they had 2, so we're out of the pre-season tournament. That's fine. It offers us the opportunity to begin our league career in the next episode, which we will do against Morecambe at home, we hope. Anyway, I'm going to have to train in the meantime to stay in the first team picture. You'll notice that the manager rating dips, so it is going to be slightly difficult to avoid the training regime in these early stages, but I believe if I get myself into the subcategory, it shouldn't drop any lower than the very bottom of the subcategory once I'm in it. So fingers crossed they should be able to advance from here and we won't drop into the reserves. And indeed we don't. Good. Well, in the next episode then, which may come later today, it may come tomorrow, I haven't yet decided, we will start with a home game against Morecambe, where we'll be drawing 0-0. But I'm actually coming on at striker. The responsibility. I'm coming on at striker then for the game against Morecambe. Do not miss episode 2 of this brand new My Player save here on the ChesnoidGaming Facebook channel. Do make sure you're following, make sure you drop a like, make sure you leave me your feedback in the comment section down below. How do you think we're going to get on in this first season with Ipswich? I have absolutely no idea, but I'm really looking forward to it. I've been getting more and more involved as time goes on, and fingers crossed, with this next game in the league, I can maintain my spot on the bench with meeting my match rating. That's the plan. We've been getting better each game. The next step is hitting more goals. We'll try that. I'll see you next time.